Does this sound familiar? We need someone to start ASAP. I'm sure it does. At times, we see employers rushing the screening process or not being prepared for the interview. Taking the necessary time to properly screen candidates can actually save you money and time. Unfortunately, there is no killer set of questions that can give you all of the answers. However, we tell our clients that using a structured, systematic approach can get the best results from your screening process. Firstly, develop objectives for the interview, such as, can they do the job? Is it the right move for the candidate? Will they fit in with the team? Secondly, develop your action plan. This should include a plan for any subsequent interviews, two-way feedback, a frame time for a final decision, and the offer and rejection process. Lastly, together with your objectives and action plan, create an agenda for the interview. For example, start with a brief company introduction, discuss the candidate's background, discuss their preferences, talk about the opportunity, have time for feedback and questions, and lastly, lay out the action plan of what the next steps are. Now, the subtext to the entire interview structure is using the hour effectively to really get to know the person sitting across from you. There are key methods to doing this that we tell our clients. Be conscious of first impressions because they are important. In order to have a fair impression of your candidate, aim to build a rapport within a minute of meeting. That way you'll get a good sense of the person you're interviewing. Build a composite picture of the person throughout the interview. You can tell a lot about a person by going through a candidate's background chronologically and asking key questions about their likes, dislikes, motivations, accomplishments, and frustrations. In short, there are 2 steps to creating your optimal interview structure. Step 1, develop a systematic approach by clearly laying out your objectives, an action plan, and lastly, an agenda for the interview. Step 2, get to know your candidate by assessing first impressions, strategically building a rapport, and lastly, building a composite picture of your candidate. Putting these steps together will create a structure that will enable you to use your time effectively and help you assess who is the right candidate for your role.